Good morning, everyone. It is your boy, Chris Rotondo, and I am joined with my good old pal, my proper buddy. Who am I joined with today? Let's
It's
hear
your boy, T Grades,
T grades.
55.
What do we know?
You know what it's like.
You know what it's like.
It's 55. Yo,
You know how
think about it like this though, dude. Tomorrow, for the listeners, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. You got any special plans, Chris?
No, tomorrow's not Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Oh yeah, okay. So tomorrow in that tense,
Dude. Again, I told you for the listeners, it's Valentine's Day.
You're right.
For us, it's Saturday.
You're very correct.
But yes, it is going to be
It
Valentine's
is
Day.
going to be Valentine's Day.
Any plans? Any plans?
Any plans? I don't think so. I do have a special lady in my life I'm going to be buying some stuff for, but I guess I'll see where the day takes me.
Let's go. Let's go.
But yeah, that's how I'm living. What about you, Tom? What do you got? What do you got going
19
on?
years old, 19 years still without a Valentine's Day date. So we keep that streak going. We keep the streak going.
At least you're saving money, brother.
Facts. I am going to the city, I think. So.
Oh, there you go.
Should be good. Should be good.
Maybe you'll find a lucky lady there. That'd be all right.
Listen, hey, who knows? We're coming into the Irish season right after this, so.
Yes, they love
the vibe. The
proper love story for the one time.
And proper 12 Irish whiskey. Conor McGregor sponsor us.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think we got to get right into it, man. I think today's show is gonna be a good one.
Y'all know the deal. We don't really got to explain any shit. Let's hop right into the week in review.
My non-existent cousin, who has a very similar name to me, Tom Brady, has won his seven Super Bowls. Chris, we are the worst when it comes to betting.
Oh, yeah. Awful.
We haven't gotten one thing right so far when we started this podcast. I used to be pretty good. And then I joined the podcast and it's downhill.
I just can't predict shit.
Dude, okay. Can we just talk about – all right. Before we started to talk about how Tom Brady is literally now the GOAT and forever will be known as the GOAT, Patrick Mahomes did everything in his power to get his team to where they were. And then not only that, but he did everything that he could to win that game for them. Yet his O-line was trash. His receivers didn't have glue on their hands like they normally do. And they just they couldn't do anything. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting. Again, O-line was awful. Patrick Mahomes ran for something like 500 yards, I think the stat was. He ran for 500 yards running away from linemen.
Facts.
That was the stat, I'm pretty sure, right?
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And he was hitting receivers in their fucking helmets when he was literally vertical. Like, this man was horizontal.
He was horizontal
to the ground. He was parallel to the ground.
Yes.
And he was hitting receivers in their helmet, like on the helmet in the end zone. And there's nothing he can do.
I felt so bad.
Sad. It was a sorry game for the Chiefs. And Patrick Mahomes came out and said, like, he wasn't like a sore loser about it or anything. He's a respectful guy.
Yeah.
Which, was something I pride a lot in a football player. He's very respectful. And he said, you know what? They beat us. They beat us good, which they did. It was what, 31-9?
Yeah, dude, it was cool.
Despicable.
That's what the Falcons wanted their score to stay at was 28-3. But who else was on the other side of the field there? Tom Brady. And
Father Time cannot beat Tom Brady.
He'll be 60 years old winning his 20th. And
yeah, right.
Like, there's nothing that's going to change it. I don't understand. The man is a god amongst men somehow, and he just continues to prove every person wrong. He joins the Buccaneers, who was not a team in contention at all last year. He joins them, and it's just like, all right, you want a Super Bowl? Okay, I'll do it.
Of course, man.
And like we were saying last week, the way they started the season was very shaky. They got to the Super Bowl, and Tom put on a show with the people that joined the team after he joined. Every single person that scored a touchdown for the Buccaneers was after the fact that he joined. Like, every person that did join got a touchdown. Which
it's they started shaky because you have that many new additions and important positions at that. Like Tom Brady, new system, different quarterback than what they were rocking with Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston. Yeah. No.
Good luck in the Saints, Jameis. I'll be honest. Good luck.
Yes, I actually do have very high praise for Jameis Winston. He's very, very solid quarterback. Just had a rough patch at Houston. Not Houston. Fuck, Tampa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. New system, new quarterback, and a couple new positions were opened up. And it takes a while for a team to adjust their playbook and all that, which I expected. But I did expect the Buccaneers to go pretty far. Maybe not Super Bowl far,
Yeah.
but pretty far. And Father Time cannot stop Tom Brady himself, and he's won his 7th Super Bowl, which good for him. He is probably now the greatest of all time.
There's no
And
question.
it did low-key annoy me that Gronk scored because I don't know, there's something about Gronk that just like makes me want to just like mangle his head because he's just like he's so dumb. Like if you ever like watch his interviews,
Of
he's
course.
like and he like sounds like an idiot, dude. So like I mean,
He's just a
good,
frat
good
bro.
for him.
He's just literally a frat
Dude,
bro.
he's literally a frat dude that somehow scrambled his way into the NFL and has become one of the better tight ends of all time.
I agree with that statement.
But again, respect to Gronk,
Yeah.
coming out of retirement and then doing what he's doing.
Yeah, and he's gonna run it back next year. But how'd you feel about the weekend's halftime performance?
I honestly, a lot of people did not like it, but as somebody who appreciates good cinematic work, and has been taught, the right way to film stuff, the wrong way to film things,
Mhm.
I thought it was solid.
I loved it. I can't even deny it. Like I absolutely loved it.
It was in good taste.
Yeah.
Those with good taste think it's very good. I'm not saying people who didn't like it have bad taste.
Right.
Don't come for me like that. But it was pretty good. It wasn't the best.
No, I agree with that. But I think it was
You know-
one of the better ones in the past few years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anything could beat like Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. But like
Oh my god.
But nah. Overall, the weekend had a very solid performance.
Yeah. I think his rendition of "Earned It" in the Super Bowl was probably the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Very good.
That like with the violins, oh my god, dude.
Solid. I'm a big Weeknd advocate. I love the Weeknd.
Yeah, I love him too. But I did listen to the first time, like him actually speak, like in an interview. I didn't know his voice was that high. Like it's as high as his singing voice. And I thought it was just his singing voice that was just like it's like the falsetto or whatever it is. And
Justin Bieber strat.
He's talking like, "Hey John, can I get some more light here on this spot?" I'm like, that's the Weeknd. This man who like gets every girl like in the mood. That's his voice?
In the mood.
Straight up, like every song he's ever produced, every song like is all about like sex.
Yeah, dated Selena Gomez, dated Gigi Hadid, and he's like, "Hey, can I get some light over here?
Can I get some light on this spot right now?" Like,
please.
It sounds like Elmo.
Motherfucker sound like Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy, huh?
All right. Yeah, overall solid performance. Not the best. Maybe I think people had too high expectations.
Yeah. But hey, listen, he used all of his money to basically put on a show, and he looked happy. He looked
exactly.
Happy, so.
He looked happy, and he loved his performance.
Yeah.
And if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Facts.
Good ups to the Weeknd. Very solid performance.
Right.
All right. Speaking of the weekend, this coming few days we have Kevin Durant coming back to Golden State with the Brooklyn Nets to play against the Warriors, which is going to probably stew up a little bit of stuff considering KD left like a year and a half ago. But, obviously last year Kevin Durant did sit out of the season with a torn Achilles.
I believe it was an Achilles. Yep.
And it should be interesting to see what kind of imaginary fan reception he gets.
Yeah, right. Like you'll see like the people in the background, like on the
screens. they'll be like
yeah, they'll be like you snake or something. I don't know, but it's weird. Like his whole position right now and his whole like dilemma is so weird because it's like he was in the game the other night for a quarter or like 5 minutes, and then they took him out. And now he's clear.
Because of COVID tracing. Like now he's clear.
But it's like, it doesn't make sense to me, like why they would even have him on the bench. Why would he be allowed to be in the arena, let alone the bench? But like.
Maybe they didn't know.
I don't know. Because like he had his COVID like thing. Like obviously we all knew about that. But.
Or his COVID stunt.
Yeah. His little, and that was at the end of January going into February. So. We all thought it was over and he had his opportunity to come back, but then there was COVID tracing and now they told him to sit out. I don't know if it's a grudge against KD with the league or something, but I think it was kind of stupid that they allowed him to be there and play in the game and then just say, yeah, you're out. Like
Yeah,
at that
that's
point,
definitely very strange.
everyone's contaminated. He was
Yeah,
in the game. He was like on like guarding and shooting in front of like defenders. So it's like at that point, no matter what happens, people are contaminated. So if I would just let him play it, like
yeah.
no
I
matter
don't know,
what.
man. It's a big safety thing. The
Yeah,
NBA, they don't want to risk what they have now, just for like one game. Because
that's
remember,
true.
when the season closed, everybody was all up in arms.
Hmm.
Um,
And no one
and
knew when it was going to come
they
back.
want
That
that
was the
again.
thing.
And yeah, it's definitely a big safety thing. But if he's good to go now, he's good to go.
Yeah. I mean, you
You
look at
know,
what's happening in the NHL. I mean, I know you don't like really keep up with hockey, but
I
the
I follow it enough. Like
yeah,
I know what goes on.
yeah, like the Devils right now, they had COVID on like a few players of the team. Then they went up to go play Buffalo, and then both teams were supposed to quarantine, and then that messed up the whole schedule because each division is broken up, or each conference, which is the East and the West, are now broken up into small divisions, where it's kind of like what MLB did last year, where it's just like you stay in like the NL East or the AL East or
Yeah,
so that little division of the eastern like metro Atlantic part is all mixed up now. They had to delay games, they had to push things back, and it was sucks because my team, the Rangers, they were affected by it. So it's like I had to like almost like a week for a Ranger game to come back. So I understand the whole safety thing, but it's just like at that point, he's in the game. Let
yeah.
him play.
Speaking of the Rangers, New York, all that jumbo, all that jazz. New York State is allowing arenas to hold 10% capacity in what is it, the next week?
Yep. At the first time they're allowed to have it is, I think the Knicks are allowed to have it the 23rd because that's the next home game, and then
Yes,
the
sir.
Rangers are allowed to have it the 26th.
There we go. You love to see it.
Buddy,
You love to see it. This is a very big step. Very big step for
I am
the metro
so
area.
unbelievably happy
Me too,
because I
man.
see every other place in America basically with fans in the stands, and I'm
Mhm.
like, New York hasn't done it, New Jersey hasn't done it, anywhere in the Northeast has not done it.
We're the last ones, really.
We really are. And like it's good to see New York because like the moment New York does something, the like
The
the
world,
states surrounding it is just like, all
yeah.
right, we'll do it too. Like
They're
we're
like,
a
all
part
right,
of
we're
this.
on it. We're on it.
But
We're on it.
the one gripe that I have with Hofstra is that they're still not allowing fans in stands there or here.
Wow.
So I can't even go to like a Hofstra basketball game. I've been like just losing my mind not going to a sporting event.
Yeah,
Like anything. I
I
haven't
feel
gone to
you.
like anything, and I just want to go see sports in front of me rather than on a
Been sit,
screen.
you just been sitting in your dorm.
Dude, I'm sitting in my dorm playing Call of Duty. Like
Mm.
that's it.
Miss Robinson asked about you when I was in class yesterday. She was like, "How's Tom? Is he okay?" I'm like, yeah,
Well, E-Robs,
I
here,
think
listen to
so.
this. Listen to this. I am losing my mind. That's really it.
I'm doing okay, except not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
But in our second, I think it was either our second episode or maybe even our first episode, we were talking about like
The
how the Knicks,
pilot?
maybe the Knicks were on like a roll to start the season. And we even said, who knows at how COVID shakes up, TBN could be going to a Knicks game. And as of right now, that could be on. That could actually happen this year.
That very well could be a thing.
That would be so dope. And honestly, if it did happen and we go to the game, you expect the vlog on the TBN YouTube channel.
Oh,
So
of course, that'd be sick. We wouldn't
absolutely.
we probably wouldn't upload a proper pod
That
that
week.
week.
No, absolutely not.
We would probably just vlog the game and then take the audio and
Yeah,
drop it on the Spotify and all these platforms y'all are listening
facts.
to.
Facts. Yeah, it would probably be like a quick,
Majority,
like 15-minute video, if anything. But
yeah, majority of our viewers are on YouTube though. So for those here who love the visuals and all that, love watching our pretty faces speak words, thank you.
thank you.
Always appreciated.
Thank you for looking at
Um,
this gorgeous ginger beard and hair.
yes, of
But
course.
another thing though. So speaking of like, think about it though. The only sports in going around America right now are in arenas. So like
Yes.
covered domes, covered buildings. So you think, you're a Yankee fan, I'm a Met fan. Those stadiums outdoors. more air in the area. I have tickets to a Met game already. I already have tickets for April 10th against the Marlins.
There you
And this
go.
just gave me so much hope for
I'm
it to
saying,
actually be like a real like
oh yeah,
possibility that I go.
no, you'll be there most likely because
I
what's it
hope so.
called? Unless there's another big spike again, which I really okay. I'm not going to say anything because Breakfast
Oh
Nook
yeah. Okay, there's gonna be a huge
notoriously
spike. There's gonna be a giant spike.
notoriously sucks,
It's gonna
and,
be a huge spike. We're gonna
and
go up to like a
it's
million
gonna
cases
be
a day.
all our fault.
Yeah.
Um, but I could see outdoor stadiums
Mhm.
being able to hold probably up close to 25%.
I was gonna say 25, 30. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me
No.
because we have to move eventually.
Yeah.
We have to move on eventually.
Hmm.
We just gotta, no matter how slow it is, you just gotta
Yeah.
do it.
And another good thing though, in New Jersey, they Governor Murphy allows parents to go to indoor games now. So it's like you actually have a little bit of fans, even though they're just the parents of the athletes. But I think that's
It's
pretty
something.
cool. And speaking of baseball, today the minor league baseballs announced the new shakeups.
The new shakeups, I saw
And
that.
something that really intrigued me is the Brooklyn Cyclones are going to be playing the the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. Now, I'm from Brooklyn. The Brooklyn Cyclones are a Mets affiliate. I
Mhm,
love the Cyclones. I love going to MCU Park. It's right on the boardwalk, right on the beach. But
mhm.
since I've moved to New Jersey, the only baseball team that I root for in New Jersey is the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. They're a
Yeah,
Philly affiliate. I know that.
they are
But
Philly affiliate. Try and say that 10 times
say
fast.
that, yeah, say that a bunch of times.
That's a mouthful.
Um, but now they're going to be playing each other, so it's going to be such a dilemma for me to watch those
Yeah,
games.
I would just sit back and enjoy it,
Oh, dude,
considering
I'll
it's
I'll cut a hat down the middle, have like blue claw on
yeah,
one
that's
side,
fun.
cyclone on the other.
That's sick. That's a fun thing to do.
Yeah,
Honestly, man, like minor league baseball, I wouldn't say it's not that serious because that's how players make their careers and all that. But
yeah.
like, it's fun. You know, it's fun
It's always
baseball to
fun to go
watch.
to. Yeah, it's probably the best. Like, I'll be honest, going to minor league games makes me happier than sometimes going to major league games because
Yeah, because it's
they're
not that
trying to
serious.
make it up.
It's not that serious.
No,
It's a
and
lot of
like the
fun.
fan, oh my God, everything there, like all like the fan interactions and all that, it's great.
It's genuine. It's fun.
Yes.
All right, and to ease off sports for a little bit, this is more on my end. You know me, I'm a big music guy. Last night for us, about 2 days ago for you guys, Lil TJ dropped his long-awaited single "Call My Phone," and it's it's a sad song, but I'm a big sad song advocate. In my spare
He loves
time,
those sad boy hours.
I enjoy showering, listening to Kid Cudi, and bawling my eyes out. So that's how we roll. But
Oh man.
it's a very good song. Just a little, that's a little tidbit of there. I just recommend you guys go listen. Very very solid song.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I've always heard like people listen to Lil TJ. I'm more mainstream, like I've said. Like I'm more like a mainstream rap guy. Like
yeah,
anything that's on the radio, I like listening to. But
yeah.
like when you hear like it's not underground because these are people, well-known people, but the ones that aren't as frequent on the radio, like some like they drop some heat like a lot of the time. So I gotta listen to this.
Yeah,
I'm actually curious about this. I saw you type it in and I was like, wow, okay,
yeah, some good quality music.
yeah.
All right.
But I think
Other
that's
than
it for the
that,
week in review, man.
yeah, I think we're safe to drop ourselves right into the hard hitters of the day. Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yes, sir. Let's get right into it. All right, so guys, your hard hitters of the week. JJ Watt has just talked his way to being released out of Houston. With obviously the Houston Texans. JJ Watt's been a staple player for a good 10 years there, and now he's released. He is in the market for a new team. How are we feeling about that one, Tom?
I think it's a smart move. I mean, you're losing your QB1 with Deshaun Watson. He wants out. JJ Watt was super frustrated with everything going on there. And JJ Watt is a super hard worker. He grinds like to be the best defensive end in the league.
And he's
And
been the best,
he has been. Him and Aaron Donald have been like neck and neck the whole like forever. And JJ Watt is probably one of my favorite players. Like he honestly is like the way he carries himself, the way he helps the community. like when Houston had like the whole hurricane hit them,
Yeah.
he was right there on like the front lines, like trying to help out the community. And he's like what like a number like you don't really see like the star player. You see like role players out there and doing it, but having a
Yeah.
star, having like your number one guy out there in the community was phenomenal.
Mhm.
But I really, I really feel bad for Houston. Think about it like this. I just thought about it like as I was like talking. Houston has literally had the worst 4 years or 3 years, maybe, in for like in any fandom.
Mhm.
They are now caught for cheating in the 2017 World Series. They
Yeah, it was
just
the
lost.
MLB.
They just lost James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets,
Uh-huh.
and now they lost their football team. We'll just
Yeah,
consider
they
them
lost
gone.
in the past year. They lost what? DeAndre Hopkins, Jadeveon Clowney. They're gonna lose Deshaun Watson. They lost J.J. Watt.
Those names are superstars in the sport.
Those have been household names in those teams for years.
Yeah,
Well, not Jadeveon Clowney.
yeah,
Actually, yeah, Jadeveon Clowney got drafted when? 2016?
something like that. Yeah, I mean he was coming out of South Carolina, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, he's the new thing." He's like, and
I mean, to be
he's
fair,
great.
he was the new thing. He's a fucking stud.
He's amazing. But
Absolute unit.
I
But
mean, I think it's crazy like that they have the worst luck right now. Like,
I don't even call it luck. I think they're just ran really poorly
yeah,
everywhere.
I agree with that.
Astros front office, obviously, I'm not a big fan of because
No,
I'm a Yankee fan and they are cheaters. Um,
and they didn't even get reprimanded for that.
I know it was really bad. The Houston Rockets
Yeah,
is they're not that bad, honestly. That I think they got the best end of this
I
stick.
think they
And the
got the
Houston,
best end of it. But think about it this way: like you lose like your number one guy again. Like this is like
yeah,
James Harden was the Houston Rockets. Like when you thought Houston Rockets, first name comes to mind,
James Harden.
James Harden. Like there's no question about it. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe before he got traded from the Thunder to Houston, it was like Yao Ming or Tracy
yeah.
McGrady. But
But like James Harden's been a household name in Houston for a good minute now,
yeah,
and all of a sudden he was like, "I want out, I want to leave," and
yeah,
it made sense. He
yeah.
linked up with Katie and Kyrie, and now they have a new super team going
Now
on.
my thing though, right? So this isn't like Deshaun. Deshaun, he needs to get traded somewhere.
Yeah,
JJ Watt, he was released. He asked to be released, and
because he knew his ass wasn't getting traded. He
no,
wasn't getting traded.
no, they were not going to trade this, all pro, Hall of Famer, first ballot. Like
Yeah,
he has over 100 sacks in his career, 28 forced fumbles. Oh no, sorry, 25 forced fumbles, and 400 plus solo tackles.
and that's in 10 years.
Yeah, like
You're averaging technically over 10 sacks per year.
yeah, that's crazy. I
As a
mean,
DN, that's nuts.
and especially he's getting older, and like you think he'd be slowing down, but game in and game out, the man puts his heart out there and puts everything that he has on the table.
Especially when you're playing such a difficult position like the end.
Yeah.
Such a position, like it takes a toll on your body.
I was gonna say it's such a
And to be that good consistently is it's very rare.
Mm-hmm.
I rate JJ Watt, and I hope he finds a good team.
I hope so too.
I hope
come to the Cowboys. Stay in Texas. Come to the Cowboys.
I feel like he's gonna go to the Steelers. Link up with his two brothers.
Oh, that would be kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie.
They're collecting all like the Watt stones. Like,
dude, it's gonna be like
glove.
they're gonna start making like power wattage. Like they're gonna start making like sick. Those memes. If he goes to the Steelers, that'd be sick, dude.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah,
him and TJ like on the same defense is disgusting.
And his other brother, but like not as good.
Yeah, we don't talk about the other brother. I mean, the only time I'll see his other brother is in the Subway commercials.
Chill. All right.
I'm just saying. Listen. But TJ Watt, I think he may have been scummed out of a defensive player of the year this year. I'll be honest. The way he played. A little bit. Yeah, I don't get me wrong. Aaron Donald, I think he sold his point in his last game when he was crying and he played with like a broken shoulder. I think
as of right now, we are watching the best defensive player of all time in Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But
this
TJ Watt deserved it this year. It was TJ Watt's game this year.
Yeah, I agree.
But we're gonna actually take for our last topic of the day. We're gonna take a little attention off of sports.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little sad thing. I wasn't really too happy when I heard this, but
being Jersey kids, this kind of hits home.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen, the king, a notorious Jersey native,
Boss, like that
the
man.
boss, nicknamed the boss, has been charged with a DWI back in November
Yeah, but a lot of the details came out
today,
recently,
like recently.
and a lot of people are like thinking like this is like I mean think about it. You this is the boss. This is the guy. You have Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen, and those two are like music icons in New Jersey.
Hmm.
And Bruce is now getting his name tarnished with a DUI, DWI, whatever you want to say.
He's getting caught up in some trouble with the authorities.
Yeah, and it's even funnier because it's close to home for us, not only because of New Jersey, but the actual where it happened, like Sandy Hook. Like he was hanging out with a couple fans, he took a shot of Patron with them and then hopped on his
Ooh,
motorcycle. But
Patron.
you know,
Drunk
first
driving on a motorcycle?
I know, right? Like,
Jeez.
Jesus, that's crazy to me. But
You're living dangerous. You're like asking to die. That's
yeah, I know. Motorcycles scare me to begin with because like I'm
yeah.
just like, especially the Kawasaki's, like those like racer looking ones.
Like the
Those
dirt bikes?
no. The one oh wait, those aren't Kawasaki's, but the ones that you see on the street where it's not a Harley, but it's like it looks like a racing one.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes, I
God,
got
those
you.
ones, yeah. But
Okay.
you're already breaking. So back to Bruce, you're breaking one rule with no liquor or alcohol at a national park at Sandy Hook. You drunk drive, and not only that, when he was told to do the sobriety test and walk, the cop told him to take 18 steps. The man took 45.
Nice. Nice. Love to see it.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
but
a tough one.
and
That's
it sucks, man. Like it's Bruce Springsteen. Like I think of like all of his like songs, and every time I listen to like Born in the USA, I just get gassed. Like
yeah.
that's our guy right there.
Makes you proud to be a citizen of New
Yeah,
Jersey.
and then yeah. I mean, it's so. But like now, Jeep, who just put out a brand new thing with him on their commercial for the Super Bowl, pulled it. They just pulled the commercial, waiting for more details,
Hmm.
and it's sad. It's like even a source close to him was like the blood alcohol level was crazy through the roof, and like
Yeah,
once that gets out, people are gonna be like, what the hell?
that's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it's gonna really tarnish his image that much.
yeah,
That much, considering his career that he's built up over the last what feels like 350 years, and it's probably been around since God himself. Um, yeah, so it's going to be very hard to tarnish his image just with one little charge because there are people who've been involved in more and people, it's been swept right under the rug, and I think that's
yeah.
what's going to happen with Bruce Springsteen, which I
Thankfully,
hope.
yeah. I mean, I think this is kind of just, thank God nothing happened where like no one got hurt, no one was like in the hospital for anything. Like it was just the cop caught him before anything could happen.
Yes.
But I think just, I don't know. Bruce Springsteen seems to be the guy where it's like, if a party's there, he'll go to it because like he's just the boss. Like,
Yeah, he's a cool guy like that. That's just how he is.
but
And
yeah,
more importantly, we are very happy that he is okay and
yeah, I completely agree.
nobody was harmed.
Yeah, and like you said, I don't think it'll tarnish him too much because he built up his career way before this even happened. Like, but I don't even know how old he is. I think he's up near his 70s.
Quite. How old is he? Very.
Very. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think this is gonna really affect him too much. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's 71, and my man is out drinking Patron with people.
Hopping on his Harley.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know. I think he'll be all right.
Pimp lifestyle, but like be safe.
Yeah.
So there's a fine line.
Yeah.
All right. That's all we have for today.
Yep.
Any final statements, Tom? Anything?
Another, quiet week. Really, no big things. I mean, we kind of covered last week with Bauer getting traded. I think the Mets.
Yeah.
I think they kind of lucked out because now they're talking to Chris Bryant and a couple other people that might happen.
Yeah.
I
Predictions
don't know.
came out. Y'all are supposed to win 96 games. I call the horse shit. It's not gonna happen.
We didn't predict it. Okay, so as long as
I know.
we didn't predict it, and someone else did, there's a good chance it might happen. So
never know.
you never know. But stay positive, test negative, vibe out.
Deal. Of course, be safe as always. And other than that, I think we're clocking out for the day.
I agree. I think that
right.
was a good week.
Yeah, solid week.
Yeah.
Again, not exactly quiet, but nothing crazy, nothing booming.
Yeah.
I think our first couple weeks we definitely did it. We were blessed with lots of news.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's kind of slowing down now. People need a break every once in a while.
I agree.
So you know the deal. Be sure to tell a family member you love them, and as always, stay safe. I am Chris Rotondo.
Tom Grady.
Signing off for the week. Have a good one, y'all.
Toodles.